Hi dearest tourists, good morning to everyone. I'm your step-on guide. My name is Irish, but you can also call me Ate Irish. And I'm with my fellow tour guides that you will also know during our tour in Bohol. But before that, let me guys introduce you also to our team coach captain, Captain JC. Say hello everyone, that who will take good care of us while touring around here in the beautiful province of Bohol. But before that, let's have a head count just to make sure that we are complete. Okay? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, and 30. Perfect! We are complete. And now, let me discuss some brief safety precautions. First, I ask you that you remain seated until we reach our first destinations. Second, always follow the itinerary that is given to you and stay within the group. Third, never leave your things unattended to avoid unnecessary loss. And lastly, never forget our bus number, which is bus number 10. And now, let me tell you some details about the province of Bohol. The province of Bohol is located in the central Visayas region, consisting of the island itself and the 75 surrounding islands and its capital, Tagbilaran. The province has a rich history and is home to churches dating back to the early years of the Spanish colonization. And for the adventure lovers out there, it offers a host of adrenaline-packaged activities, but the white sand beaches, world-class dive sites, and generally laid-back provincial atmosphere that gives Bohol its unique charm. On behalf of Porch Travel and Tours, I would like to welcome you all to the beautiful province of Bohol, and your safety is our utmost priority.
Mabuhay! I'm Guide L and I will be explaining the do's and don'ts. First one is, always follow your guide and avoid walking by yourself. This is to ensure your safety. Number 2 is, please ensure the necessary permission is obtained before visiting every location. Number 3, be mindful of your own belongings. The tour wouldn't be responsible for the lost items. Number 4 is, I recommend bringing your own drinking water, tea or coffee, or any snacks. Number 5, do not litter the surroundings. Much better to look for trash bins. Number 6, be aware of the negative aspects of insensitive behavior, such as taking photographs of people without their consent or failure to observe the local customs. Number 7, pay attention to applicable restrictions and regulations of site. Number 8, please be aware of your capabilities and dangers posed by the trip. And when we are about to encounter any wildlife, please maintain a safe distance from them. Do not disturb any animal by making noises, flashing of lights, or making any sudden movements that may frighten animals or that may be the reason to attack you. Please respect animals and their habitats. And lastly, take nothing but pictures and leave nothing but footprints. That's all.
Mabuhay tourists! My name is Angel, one of the tour guides that will accompany you in today's adventure. I would just like to welcome you all to Bohol's most famous tourist attraction, Chocolate Hills. If we look into our windows, makikita natin na these cone-shaped hills are in color brown. Pero sa katunayan, itong mga burol na ito ay kulay berde talaga. Dahil binabalot ito ng mga damo na siya ng mga nagiging kulay tsokolate tuwing tag-init. Kaya naman, dahilan ito upang makilala natin siya bilang Chocolate Hills. At alam nyo ba, na hanggang ngayon ay hindi pa rin alam ng mga eksperto kung paano nga ba nabuo ang mga tila tsokolating burol na ito. Kaya naman, samot-samot saring alamat at sabi-sabi ang mga maririnig mo mula sa matatanda kung ano nga ba ang pinagmulan ng sikat na destinasyon. Others said that Chocolate Hills were formed because of two feuding giants who threw stones at each other which lasted 4 days. And when they stopped fighting, they forgot to clean up the mess they made. Sabi naman ng iba, Chocolate Hills tells a story of a giant who once was very powerful. He then fell in love with a mortal. And when that mortal died, the giant was in so much pain and misery, and because of his sorrow, he could not stop crying, and when his tears dried, the Chocolate Hills was formed. Iyon lamang po. Now here's Guide Ricardo who will familiarize you around the historic churches of Bohol.
Mabuhay! I'm Guide Donnie and we are now moving on the historic churches of Bohol. Go on an excursion and see some of the heritage churches in Bohol. You'll be able to catch a glimpse of how the local devote their time during prayer. At dito din natin matututunan ang mga remnants ng historical past through its architecture. And here are some of the must-see churches in Bohol. First on the list is Baclayon Church. Ito ang pinakamatandang simbahan sa buong Asia at ito ay parte ng Bohol Countryside Tour. Ang original na structure ng simbahan ay nasira dahil sa lindol noong mga nakaraang taon, but through momentous efforts, the church has been rebuilt. Next is the Church of the Immaculate Conception. This church has a museum with some religious artifacts. Ang simbahang ito ay madali ring puntahan since it's an easy drive from the Blood Compact site. Sumunod ay ang Lubok Church, opisyal na pinangalan ng Church of San Pedro. Ang simbahang ito ay pangalawa sa pinakamatandang simbahan sa probinsya. At kung naghahanap ka ng mga bagay tulad ng Sistine Chapel, ito na. This church has an excellent exteriors with complete heavenly scene painted on its ceiling. Next is Taoist Church, also known as Our Lady of the Assumption. This church was built in 1697 and is dubbed by the National Historical Commission as a historic landmark. Its neoclassical exteriors perfectly complemented its stunning interiors, making it a must-visit church. Next is St. Augustine Church. Locals also know this as Panglao Church. It's well known for its ceiling paintings and marble floors. And lastly, Cathedral de San Jose. Isa sa pinakamalaki at pinakamadalas na puntahang simbahan sa Bohol. Ang cathedral ay gawa sa mga sinaunang coral stone. Ito ay sumailalim rin sa ilang mga facelift, ngunit makikita mo pa rin ang original na piraso ng mga touchstone sa kasaysayan ng relihiyon ng bansa. And here's Guide Bell to explain more about our next destination.
Mabuhay! Good morning, my dearest tourists. I am Jovel Kahambing, but you can call me Ate Bell, your tour guide for today. And on behalf of Porch Travel and Tours, I'd like to welcome you all. And while we are heading to our destination, I'd like you to familiarize the place and discuss some brief safety precautions. First is to follow the itinerary that is given to you and always stay by group. Next, please always wear your mask and make sure to practice social distancing to avoid contact with other people. And bring your alcohol with you. Also, never leave your things unattended to avoid unnecessary loss. And if you have any questions that you want to clarify, please don't hesitate to call my attention. Time check, it is now 11 a.m. We will be arriving at our destination 10 minutes from now. While waiting, let me tell you some details about Lubok River Cruise. The Lubok River, or also called the Sloay River, is a river in the Bohol province of the Philippines. It is one of the major tourist destinations of Bohol. The source of the Lubok River is located in the town of Carmen. The river cruise in Lubok town is a significant highlight in most Bohol countryside tours. It usually comes inclusive of a generous buffet lunch or dinner served right on the raft. This floating restaurant also has singers and musicians on board to serenade guests while they enjoy popular Filipino dishes. Now, if you look at your right side, we are now passing by at Lubok River Cruise. And you know what? As you cruise through the river on a large wooden boat, which doubles as a buffet area for your tour, you'll find a fascinating mix of natural, historical, and cultural wonder. When it comes to tickets and entry, local businesses run the river cruises. Tickets cost varies per person depending on the operator. The cruise and buffet cost 450 pesos per person, and this includes a short cultural show with local community, and the restaurant is complete with tables and chairs. The hours of operation for boarding the cruise vary but mostly runs from 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. So ano nga ba ina-expect natin dito? This cruise takes you through a calm journey through the river, where you'll have many opportunities to appreciate Bohol's natural beauty. Whether it's the river's unique charm of the lush forest surrounding it, Lobok River is a lovely destination for all nature lovers like me. At the middle of the cruise, you'll find Busay Falls, a small but impressive looking set of waterfalls surrounded by Bohol's lush greenery. It also marks the halfway point of your cruise. Boats will turn around and sail back to the port after arriving at the Busay Falls. The cruise also takes you through a journey back in time as you'll find what remains of Lobok Church, the second oldest church in Bohol. Overlooking the river, all your sightseeing will be accompanied by musical performances from Bohol's locals, both in the boat and throughout the river. And if you want to surround yourself with nature and culture, the Lobok River Cruise is one of the best ways to spend an afternoon in Bohol. That's all for Lobok River Cruise. Here's Marco to explain more about our next destination.
Mabuhay! I'm Guide Marco, and now we are about to explore one of Bohol's landmarks, the Sandugo, or also known as the Blood Compact Shrine Monument. The memorial stands in an area alongside of what is known as Tagbilaran East Road in the Bohol district. The Blood Compact Monument is an artwork that was made to honor the first international treaty between the Philippines and Spain. The Filipino term for blood compact is Sandugo, which is a ritual in the past for establishing a friendship. The ritual requires cutting a small wound on the arms, then pouring the blood of both parties in a single cup. The life-size monument was created by national artist Napoleon Abueva, a native Bicolano as well. It is placed on a raised dais and portrays 5 life-size bronze statues of men gathered around a table and toasting drinks with Legazpi and Sikatuna. And here's Kat more about the next destination.
Mabuhay, I am Guide Kat. Well, those are great places to visit. Your trip won't be complete without getting to meet the famous tertiaries here in Bohol. And now that we're here in the Tertiary Sanctuary, where you can see in your front and in my back, you can see here, and we can witness here, the famous tertiaries. Alam nyo ba na ang tarsier ay kinoconsider as one of the smallest primates sa buong mundo? The tarsier of Bohol is only about 85 to 160 millimeters or 3.35 to 6.30 inches tall. And ang mga lalaki naman na tarsier ay nagwiweigh lang between 80 to 160 grams or 2.8 to 5.6 ounces. Habang ang mga girls naman na tarsier ay mas lighter naman sila sa male. So, I want you guys to clench your fist like this. So, bakit ko kayo pinaganito? Makikita nyo na kapag ginanito nyo yung fist nyo, they are literally the size of your clenched fist, ang mga tarsier. So, ganito lang talaga sila kaliit. So, isa pang fact about tarsier. And just like owls, if you like owls, you will surely be interested in the tarsier because of some similarities that they share. So, katulad ng mga owl, the tarsier is also a nocturnal animal and is most active at night hunting for prey. So, particularly, mga insekto yung hinahunt nila as it is primarily insectivorous. So, kagaya ng mga owl, it also has very large eyes, making its eye-to-body ratio the largest among mammals. So, can you imagine having eyes bigger than your brain? However, these eyes give tertiaries excellent night vision since these nocturnal creatures hunt at night. And because its eyes are fixed in its skull, they cannot move in their socket. So, to compensate naman for this, its neck has adapted and enabled the tertiary to rotate its head 180 degrees just like hulaan nyo kung ano, katulad ng mga owls. And alam nyo ba that these little creatures are very old? with their tiny little bodies and cute features. Who would think that these animals are very old? Actually, the tarsier is a member of the family Tarsidae, which is approximately 45 million years old. 45 million, guys. So, in the past million years, they inhabited rainforests around the world. However, the growth of the human population caused their natural habitats to disappear as more forests are being converted into farmlands, residential areas, and homes. And currently, they can only be found on a few islands in the Philippines, Borneo, and Indonesia. And just like here, maswerte tayo na meron pa tayong tarsier dito sa Bohol. And last but not the least, guys, take note. Tertiaries are very camera shy. So seeing them for the first time may prompt you to take out your DSLRs or camera phones and take pictures of these cute little furry animals. But be warned, guys, that flash photography is prohibited here in the sanctuary. Since they are nocturnal animals, most of them may be probably sleeping while clinging into a tree. So camera flashes could wake them up and frighten them. Tertiaries are often shy and nervous, so you can help lessen their stress by not using flash or touching them. So, if you want to take pictures of the tertiary, just make sure na naka-off ang ating flash, okay? Okay, guys, so here ends our tour here in Tertiary Sanctuary. Again, I am Guide Kat, and I hope I was able to fulfill your knowledge about our beloved Tertiary. So we will now proceed. Here's Guide Reyes to explain more about our next destination.
Magandang buhay! My name is Janine, but you can call me Ate Jai. And take note of my name, it spells as J-A-I. And I will be your magandang tour guide for today. On behalf of Porch Travel and Tours, I'd like to welcome you all to our trip. And right now, I'd like to take a minute to familiarize you with our agenda and discuss some brief safety precautions. First, I ask that you remain seated until we reach our destination. Second, Porch Travel and Tours practice Skygo or the clean as you go, so be responsible for your trashes. Lastly, make sure not to leave your things unattended because the whole team is not responsible for your belongings. Before we officially proceed to our destination, I would like to give you some trivia. Alam niyo ba na ang lugar na ating pupuntahan ay kilala sa tourism campaign na Beyond the Hills into the Heart? Dahil sila ay sikat sa pagkakaroon ng Chocolate Hills na sobrang iconic sa tourist symbol sa Pilipinas. And yes po, ito po ay matatagpuan sa Bohol. But we're not really going to see Chocolate Hills. Nandito tayo para sa isang sikat na island na halos kinukumpara sa Boracay. If you're the type who loves the beach and islands, Bohol will not disappoint. Bohol is also known for its white sand beaches, islands, and diving sites that are usually included in Panglao Island tours. Isn't it exciting? Bohol's Panglao Island has become a top beach destination in the country for its beautiful white sand beaches, stunning coral reefs, and world-class diving spots for beach lovers. Its clean waters are also said to be better than Boracay, according to a government official. The island is connected to the main Bohol Island by bridges and can be traveled to by land vehicles. This is also where the new airport is located in. The majority of top hotels and resorts in Bohol are situated in Panglao Island, some of which are some of the best Philippines luxury resorts. Most tourists who love the sun, sea, and sand stay in this part of the province because of its proximity to pristine beaches and islands. Here are some of the beaches you can tour and see in Panglao Island to get your much-needed rest. First is the Alona Beach, the top beach destination on the island, where the most luxury and five-star hotels in the Philippines, beachfront resorts, Bohol restaurants, and bars are found. Alona Beach is known for its long stretch of white sand and crystal clear waters. Aside from working on your tan and trying out various Alona Beach activities, you can try water activities like parasailing, banana boat, fly fish, and UFO ride. Next is Dumaluan Beach.
Considered to be an excellent alternative to the more famous Alona Beach is you want an uncrowded white sand beach with clear waters. A must-see in Dumaluan Beach is its stunning sunset. You can also find several budget Bohol resorts and hotels here for a fraction of the price of those in Alona Beach. Last is Bagobo Beach. It is another uncrowded beach in Panglao Island that is notable for its beautiful white sand lined with towering coconut trees. It's a great spot not just for swimming but for divers and snorkelers as well. We're going to be pulling up in just a few minutes. Please sit back and enjoy the view. I ask that you remain in your seats until we have come to a complete stop. Please double check to make sure your bag has been taken off the bus. On behalf of Port Travel and Tours, I would like to thank you everyone for choosing to spend this one-of-a-kind experience with us. Hanggang sa muli, I'm Ate Jai, signing off as your tour guide.